Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxshare, on the panel this evening. It's my mate Bridge. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, good evening to you for Oxshare. Can I say a big good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans all over the world listening in to this wee station. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
You hear me? I start the show on a quite a sombre note. For everybody here at Rangers Radio, can I give a shout out to young Bournemouth Bear, who unfortunately lost his father yesterday. I know his father had a great bearing on his life, how he conducts his life and the team he supports. So it's always sad for everybody. But my thoughts are with you, Bournemouth. And if you need us, we're here at a sad time for you, your friends, and all your family, mate. Chin up, bar. Right,
well said, Oxshare, well said.
Yeah, young Bournemouth. He's had a hard time. His father might be away at a better place. So, how are you, Bridge?
I'm okay, buddy, because I'm still as high as a kite. I must admit, I'm still quite high after the last two nights' events there. It was really quite incredible. I'm sure the blame game hasn't started yet, and I'm sure Rangers are going to get it they'll be in their sights before.
No, it was obviously your fault for letting them train at Auchenhowie, you know.
So, is that right? Is that what you think will happen?
Of course, Rich. You know, it's got to be your fault. You know.
Well, speaking of Auchenhowie, I was on Follow this morning. I saw Gerrard's press conference, so I flicked on it, and I noticed people have been talking about there is no Hummel stuff on the background.
Watch this space, mate. Watch this space.
Yeah. I'm Adidas is in my mind. I'll tell you, or Adidas, whatever we pronounce it.
I've always been sportswear. I've always been an Adidas fan, but I suppose it depends what age you're done it.
What do you mean?
Well, that's the sort of generation for us, isn't it? The Adidas they came in the sort of 70s, didn't they? They were the first, the biggest.
Yeah, they were the tops for me. They were the tops.
So simple, 3 stripes, mate. You know what I mean?
By the way, what a brand! What a brand! Fantastic. I have to admit, though, I do quite like the Nike. I always like to buy Nike shoes, the trainers and that. I quite like them. I'm very comfortable. Right. I really quite like them.
Well, I know. I don't think I did this, mate. Size 14, mate. So you're
no, I know. And those special marks you've got in your sole of your boot, you know. Oh my God!
Mate, I suppose it's a generational thing, you know.
Uh-huh. So, can you tell me? I'm going to ask you a question tonight.
Yes, mate.
Did you watch the draw for the Europa League?
I was keeping the wheels of industry turning, as I always do, mate, as you know.
But you couldn't catch it.
Well, I don't know what happened, but I had a break between 12 and half past.
Uh-huh.
And I was speaking to a well-known Rangers radio correspondent. I've only mentioned his name, but it sounds like Pox.
All right, okay.
So I was feeding it live to him as we were doing it. So a certain team came out Copenhagen, and I was disappointed. I wanted them. I did after last night. I wanted them.
Yeah, I wanted them too. I must admit, I did say that. But I have to admit that. But I remember when we beat them the last time, Leverkusen. And they were quite a good team then as well, truth be told.
Do you get a bad German team, Bridge?
Oh, of course, pal, of course, yeah. But I think they came across the Ibrox, so we beat them 2-1 over there, and they came across the Ibrox and it was 1 each. And the truth be told, they could have scored a couple more goals, you know.
But what I mean is, even if we did put them, do you get a bad German
team? Do you get a bad German team? Oh, gee, well, that's a good point. And it plays in the Bundesliga is normally a very, very good technical team. And as fit as a fiddle, so
and usually athletic.
Absolutely, and all the lovely stuff that goes with that.
And the small ones are 6'3".
Yeah, it's absolutely right. You know, I always remember watching like Beckenbauer, he was trim. Let's call it trim. He wasn't skinny, but he was trim, and he could move, and he did everything. He was a fabulous player. And then there was a guy called. Do you remember Rummenigge?
Aye, what?
My God Almighty, he was some unit. But could bounce off him easily. So these guys always one's the one way, one's the other, but both very, very effective in their game. Marvellous world class players.
Well, I'll say is we talked about the draw, and obviously we're saying, could this be a crazy year? You know, could it be a crazy year? Well, We played Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. Obviously, we've been to Portugal twice this year. Now already. We played Werder Bremen and Stuttgart in the 2007-8 season, so we're going to go back to Germany. We put both their teams out that year, who I think at the time would have been ranked above us. So you never know, Bridget. It just could be one of these crazy years, you know.
I'm so looking forward to that. You know, I think I wanted Copenhagen. I have to say that.
So did I, mate.
I did want them, but if anywhere else, sort of keep it in northern Europe. You know, Malmo or somebody. If they got rid of, you can't remember if they got rid. I don't think so. But something in the northern side of the continent. Keep away from the coronavirus thing. You know.
Hi, well, Skipper said the best German outfit you faced was the 12 SS Panzer.
Panzer Division. He's a dirty rat line, isn't he? You're a shocker, Skipper, a shocker.
Oh, dear.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a really good group.
Are you glad that the first leg's at Ibrox, mate, when it's so even and you're going to get a game?
Well, to a certain extent I am, I have to admit. But we're sandwiching. The dates are sandwiching the next Old Firm game at Ibrox, so we're going to have we're going to be away to them. Sorry, we're going to be at Ibrox, and then Ibrox against the Tim, and then we're away to what do you call it? To Germany. They play them again, Leverkusen. But you know, I'm looking forward to it. But it's terrible. It's going to be a really, really busy seven day period.
Whatever you want to say, Scottish football has got their fixtures rang, they're getting their break rang, they're putting
everyone's rang. Every single thing they're doing is rang. They're absolutely desperate, and they need Rangers to accept everything. Imagine making a game for 5 o'clock on a Saturday night, and it's got to be played for television. I mean, that is just utter rubbish. The Scottish Cup. Why are you playing at 5 o'clock on a Saturday night?
That's the thing when you sell your soul. I mean, England's been getting that for years, you know, and they're getting it every night. I think their quarter-final ties, they're one on every night, isn't there? So, you know?
Yeah.
Or 2 on every night, whatever it is, last 16. But that's what happens when you get involved with the TV. They're going to look at their most popular times, you know.
Yeah, I understand the thing, and actually, for the travelling fans, it may in fact be not too bad a time. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to that. If you're going to play on a Saturday, 3 o'clock on a Saturday,
I'm the one. I don't want to shop you. I know that the trouble is with the 5 o'clock kick-offs, it's too late for you. You're having a nap at 7.
I've got to go to the chippy.
I know that on a Saturday. A man's work's never done. Listen, I'm going to bring in young Bournemouth Bern, mate, just quickly before we carry on with the show.
Go for it, pal. I'll stick this on mute.
All right. How we doing, young man? All right?
How you doing, guys? Thanks for that Ox at the start of the show.
All right, mate.
Much appreciated.
Yeah,
much
you
appreciated.
Right,
yeah, all good. Yeah, just keep going, mate. Keep going, mate. But that was much appreciated. Just wanted to phone in and say thanks for that and all the guys in the world and that. So
give your regards to all your family, mate, yeah?
Yeah. So it was a good result the other night,
Oh, aye, mate, aye. A great result and a great 48 hours for the support, mate, who've
it was good
option after the New Year break, mate.
It was, and just a wee story. I'm not on for long. Just a wee story. We were obviously sat at the side of my dad's bed the other day, and the nurse kept saying to him on Thursday, "You're not going anywhere. You're waiting for this game. You're waiting for this game." Sure enough, we got a result the other night, and he survived the night. Unfortunately, he went yesterday morning, but he survived and he got through, and he seen us come through. So, just a wee story there for everybody that he survived that night, just to see the boys go through.
And I'm sure wherever he's went, he's had a wee chuckle at the result last night.
Oh, well, no doubt, no doubt,
absolutely.
And
I'm very pleased.
And probably made a chuckle about the Copenhagen player getting charged for shoving a Polish guy.
Oh, that was marvellous. That was absolutely... What an utter embarrassment our police are. What an utter embarrassment.
That's a good one, Bridgeman. Celtic score, Lustig takes a police hat and cheers, and nothing happens. But they score, but that's just that's Scotland for us. But I'm just going to go and listen to the rest of these guys, all right? But
right,
thanks
cheers,
for that,
mate.
Ox, at the start of the show, okay, mate?
No problem, mate. And you keep your chin up. If you
Yeah, keep your chin up.
Right.
We're thinking about you, pal. We're thinking about you.
Okay.
You're not alone, you know.
Thanks,
You're not
guys.
alone.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy. Good comes with good story, young man, and obviously it's always difficult, mate. You don't know what to do. You're really your heads in. You know what it's like, Bridge. You know. Right, aye. So, look, German team, decent draw. I would have them favourites, but let's be honest, Bridge. I've got it at a 55-45 tie. So, one goal could swing it. Oh, Bridge, don't do this to me.
I'm here, pal. I'm here, buddy. I'm here. I was just on mute there when Bournemouth went away. I think our history tells us that we always seem to bring the best out in the German teams, and that is for sure. Way back when we played Eintracht Frankfurt and the time that they got leather by Real Madrid, that year we played them in the European Cup and things like that. They gave us a tanking, but it was good games. They were good game, good quality teams to watch. And you know yourself, you've been to Ibrox a number of times seeing German teams. I think we always seem to put up quite a good display, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it.
As I said, look, it's a good draw for us. We're in it, but I think I would say that they're maybe slight favourites because of where they are. But what I mean is slight favourites. I'm giving them 55-45. But if we can get the first goal, Bridge, we're right in this tie, you know.
If we can score against them at all, then they're you know, and come away with anything.
We've scored against everybody apart from Vienna and Stevie Jesus reign, basically, in the group stages. And once we'll go to the group stages, everybody, it's some record, Bridge.
Yeah, I think we've got a wonderful record. Our manager, and I tell you now, I'm very proud of him. Very, very proud of everything he's done for us, and he can certainly hold his head up high. And I don't think he's let us down once in Ibrox. We've scored, as you say, every game in Europe we've scored. So and at Ibrox, so that's just fantastic, just unbelievable stuff. And I think, you know, the amount of shall we say clean sheets at Ibrox as well has been brilliant too. You know, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy with him. I'm getting excited. That this is built up to me. I've been looking forward to this since last season, since the end of last season. I'm looking forward to Europe, getting a really good run in Europe, and here we're in a really good run in Europe. And our natural city rivals or enemy, call them what you like, we've left them and we're trailing so far as Europe's concerned, and that is just another huge step for us. Huge step.
But just on a wee point, Bruce, when you read that, I read that. I don't know if this is true, but I read because we're the only team left, and you get a shake-up that gets us £500,000 extra that they'll not get, and that's without the gate money and all the other bits and pieces.
There's a piece in it. There's also a piece in it to remember that the last 16, there's TV money for all the different parts up to the last 16, and then there's another sum of money for the last 16 for TV, and it goes by the region then. So it depends where you are. So Scotland would get, let's say, £10 million. I'm just using this loosely. Scotland will get £10 million. And for years, we used to get so far and share that with Celtic, just for saying sake. So that would have happened there. But the £10 million it's for the region. So the teams that represent the region are going to get this £10 million. So instead of getting 5 and 5, we're getting 10. Rangers will get the 10. I'm using 10 loosely now. It might not be 10, it might be 2. But that's going to happen. But that's out with. We'll go there for it.
I think it's worth an extra £500,000 just for that alone, that fact. Anyway, let's get on and see how people are feeling. I don't know. I suppose Albert, he'll be in his bed. JFK
probably
will be taking the dog for a walk. Port Bears, he'll be having a kip after these 12-hour shift. Stardog, he'll be dating Friday night. So we're struggling here, Bridge. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they should phone in. I think they should phone in.
What's the
number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where Technical Terry will bring into the call. What can you talk about, Bridge?
They could talk anything they like tonight. Anything they like. No, mostly all things the famous Glasgow Rangers. Anything about the Rangers, you're welcome.
Here. Oh, I should have mentioned that. He must be back in. JFK's joined this evening, JFK.
Evening, Ox here. Evening, Bridgeman.
How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm alright. I just woke up here after my wee afternoon session. I just had to watch my recording of Tenable there before I come on.
He records it in 2 parts. Watches the second part first and still gets it right.
I had something to do there before I come on here, guys. It's a good draw. It's a winnable draw. They're probably one of the 4 teams I'd like to have missed, but looking at the journey we've been in Europe this season, guys, I think we're more than capable of getting them again. I agree with you saying, Ox, here I would give it a 55-45 in their favour, but yeah, I mean, I'd like to have had Wolves or Wolfsburg, Getafe, and I'd have taken LASK and obviously Copenhagen. The rest of that probably, even Man United, I'd have taken them. Roma, I'd have taken them as well. But it's a good draw, Oxford. I agree with what you said, mate. 55-45. But look at the teams that we beat. Porto, Feyenoord. You know what I mean? Teams like that. You know, fantastic results against them. Well, you've got to remember where we came for this season. I mean, we started off against St Joseph's in the first qualifier, and then it was Progress, wasn't it, after that? And then it was Midtjylland. And then, for me, one of the performances of the early rounds was a game against Legia Warsaw. I thought it was a cracking night that, and then obviously Young Boys and things like that. So where we've came for this season, I think we've got a good chance of progress. We've got to believe we can, mate. And I think
I think
they will.
The tie. No, I'm saying it's a tie you want to go and watch with excitement, mate. Yeah.
Aye, definitely. You know,
I'm looking forward to the nerves and the drama in it, and it being a close tie over 2 legs, mate. You know, I don't see it being. I can see it getting right down to the last 15 minutes.
Look, we know ourselves. I mean, obviously, Bridgeman and myself are maybe a couple of years older than you, and the German teams that we've played there the years, know that their technical abilities are fantastic. They're strong, big in defence, and that's the way the German teams have always been. You know, so no doubt they'll be the same. They're sitting 5th in the Bundesliga, and they're doing quite well. They're 6 or 7 points behind Bayern Munich, so they're up there. And but look, we know the way we've been playing this season. You know, I mean, it's like the other side of the coin. I mean, every single one of Portugal's teams has been out in 24 hours. And you'd expect that to happen to Scotland. But if Scotland's got a team in it, mate, all I have so it's us. They didn't get through.
Well, I think you got that wrong, Jimmy. I think you'll find that we've been the only Scottish team in it since Aberdeen went out.
Well, yeah, but you've got a good point there. You've got a good point. But yeah. No, I'm happy with it. I'd like to, obviously, when I seen Copenhagen come out against Istanbul, but and a couple of LASK. But no, I'm happy with a lot. I think the way we're playing in Europe, Oxford, I think we're more than capable of getting a result. Does it matter the first game's at home? No, it doesn't. Look what happened with Braga. No, we proved that we can get away from home and win. So, yeah, looking forward to it, mate. Very much so. Definitely.
Can you come in on that in a minute, Oxford? Jeff G just stuck something in the lobby there saying the bookies have got the German side third favourite to win the UEFA Cup, 41, and Rangers are 40 to 1.
I would imagine drawing us would have helped because it's in an open draw.
Yeah.
So they'd be sitting there, they'd be saying we could get into Milan, Man United here, so they would be happy with that. And the ones that saw avoid, who was it? Seville got looked a good time.
They get Roma.
Exactly. I mean, so that's two of them.
By the way, that'll be a cracking tie, that, wouldn't it?
I mean, Frankfurt they were winning 4-0 for the first leg, so they're playing Salzburg tonight, so they'll get through.
Done. It's gone. They won it.
I didn't know what time the kick-off was.
They won it, pal. Yeah.
They get drawn against Basel. You know that'd be a good game, and also and Milan and Getafe about another good game. as Bob Wolfsburg.
There's some excellent ties, mate.
Well, the only excellent tie out it is the Glasgow Rangers versus Bayer Leverkusen.
I'm going yourself, Jimmy.
I doubt that's a tie of the rounds.
Well, for us, of course it is. For us, of course, you know. No. And probably for them too. I think they must fancy themselves. Listening to the tone of our manager's voice when he spoke about them, he knows who they are and so on and so forth. He's very happy, you know, very, very happy with them. And we can say, I think Ronnie Bell's just saying it was 2 each draw tonight.
Was it?
Yeah, for them. So that's Eintracht Frankfurt are through.
Thanks, Ronnie. 4-0 the first game, I think they won Bridgeman.
Yeah. Just brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant, mate. You know, I mean, watching it today, you know, it was absolutely, no insane nail bite, but I was willing other teams to be left so that we come out, you know. But obviously,
listen, if you think that's bad, mate, in a couple of weeks' time, if we can manage to get through, and you're sitting there and they're drawing the quarters and the semis, mate,
of course it will be, of course. Let's enjoy it. You know, we have enjoyed it. I mean, we deserve to be where we are. There's no doubt about it. We've not had any freak results through the whole of Europe this season. Even last season, there's no freak results. We've played extremely well. Sometimes last season, I would say we played above our level. I think we played some teams that nobody expected us to beat. But this season, especially the other night there, I just couldn't see that team score against us. Maybe others have got a different opinion of that, but I'm no fearful of Leverkusen. I think we'll give them a good game.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not saying that we'll get a 10% chance of getting through.
Yeah.
No, not at all, mate.
I'm going to give myself a wee treat on Sunday because the live live game's on Sunday against.
Remember, it's not 9. It's not just after 9. So just be careful when you say it.
What you're saying, I mean, there's families listening.
It's a Sunday. It's chapel day for a lot of people. You know what I mean? But I've just seen it advertised the other day that Leipzig are playing Leverkusen live, so 3:00 Sunday afternoon. So I'm going to actually sit down and watch that. I don't watch a lot of German football. I haven't done for a while, but
that'll be interesting. I'll try that as well.
I'm going to sit and watch that. It's a 3:00 kickoff. Bridgeman. There's no other football on, so I thought, well, okay, I'll watch it and see what they're like. I've only seen the bits and pieces on the Europa League highlights, but I'm not saying they've not got big superstars and that, but they're a German team, probably a couple of Brazilians and French players and that. No, so they'll be relishing the fact they're coming to a 52,000 sellout at Ibrox. Well, the Ibrox roar hopefully will get the Rangers team going that night. And
All right. So if people want to join us, Bridgeman, give us a number.
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can I join us, young JFK?
Join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and if you call in on the phone, please hang up, and the delectable technical Terry, will call you straight back. But please do not keep calling. We know you're there, and we'll call you straight back.
You sounded like an old BT operator.
I thought you were going to say he sounds like an old pro.
Remember you used to press button A and press button B. Operator, I'm trying to call such and such. Right, all right.
I thought you were asking me to practice my heavy breathing there.
No. I can imagine you did that.
Well, don't they say if it turns a coin that you've got to do it?
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely.
I would have thought of that.
Hello.
Oh dear. The show was funny last night. A bit of comedy gold. I think we were on a bit of shock, really, weren't we?
Yeah, I think
they were strong favourites, weren't they?
I think that was a shock factor. You're right. It did that to us all last night. I think we're all kind of tongue-tied at one time. The show kind of went into a lot of silence for the last 20 minutes.
We were like children.
You're right, aye. But that's good.
And that includes you as well, Bridge.
Yeah, by the way, that's what I felt like too, you know. My wife got up and shut the door. She couldn't be bothered listening to me. Your head keeps in. She said you're mental, and none of them on that show will be mental as well, tonight.
She's right.
And I'm watching the news again today, and who comes on the news? But that be Jonathan Sutherland on the BBC at lunchtime news, outside Ibrox again, and on the sort of not on the roundabout or anything like that. So that's 2 days in a row I've been up at Ibrox, or maybe a day. I told you about him being interviewing. What do you call him, Alec Ray, at Ibrox, and Wednesday before the game. Interview and standing inside at the Broomloan end, inside the Ibrox gates, or next to the Ibrox gates, I should say. Sorry. And I thought to myself, they're trolling us. The BBC are definitely trolling us. That's really wrong. However,
if you didn't watch it, you wouldn't know.
Of course, but I do watch the news. Sorry, it's lunchtime. I like to watch the news.
But you can put other news there's other news channels available.
Well, I know, pal, but not at that time.
You just get yourself. There's 24/7 news.
No, not for me. I'm sorry. I don't have Sky. You're okay. You're down in the lush.
You've got one of the Virgin boxes. There's 24/7 news on it.
A Virgin box.
Virgin.
Don't you start with that, Jeff.
Right, so
you need a good memory to remember that.
Used to. There you go, pre-war. Right, so get yourself some mute. We'll hear from your manager, the press conference today, and then we'll take it from there. How's that sound like a bit of a plan?
Definitely a good plan.
Good plan.
Let's do it. So, back with us, boys, I'm sure.
Back to cup action this time around, and how determined are you to get back to another final once we get through this time?
I think semi-final, first and foremost. But yeah, we are very determined. It's an important competition. It always has been from the beginning. We've always shown that respect by putting the strongest team available out at the time to get to where we are now, and obviously Hearts are the next challenge for us, and we'll go down to Edinburgh in a couple of hours with the strongest possible squad to get the job done.
You're going to Steve, you haven't been able to win it this season. You're going to maybe trying to prove a point after what happened last time.
The only thing we have to prove is that the real Rangers are there for the challenge, because I was pretty strong in my assessment of the last 90 minutes there. I didn't recognise the performance. But Hearts have beat us once since we've been here, so they're a good team, we respect them. But more often than not, we've gone there and we've shown the real Rangers and got the outcome of the game that we've wanted. So hopefully the real Rangers will turn up tomorrow. If we do, I'm confident we'll be okay.
Given what happened midweek, is that boost that you're going in the best sort of confidence?
Well, it should do, because we've come through to real big challenges as a group. Braga over both legs. We're a very dangerous team with top quality individual players, and they've got a real interesting way of playing, and they've had a lot of domestic success by doing that, by winning a cup final and moving from mid-table to third and beating all the top opposition in their league, comfortable home and away. So to come through both ties the way we have, the players should take confidence and belief from that. But and I know, Hearts will pose a different type of challenge in a different environment, and we need to make sure that we're recovered physically and mentally for that test.
After that good game against Braga at home, or the good result, not being able to follow up against St Johnstone, you were able to do it against Braga away. Is it trying to get that run now and that consistency?
I think we're looking for that level of consistency that we had from the beginning of the season to the break. I think we've shown flashes and individual performances that we can get back to that. But the idea from now till the end of the season is to try and find that consistency. Can we find that level and that team performance on a regular basis from now till May? If we do, I believe we can have an exciting end to the finish. If we don't, and we continue to change our standards from game to game, we'll find some issues and complications like we have.
You have questioned the players that sometimes this season, but do these performances against Braga give you that encouragement that it is there, the mentality is there?
Well, I think the players know when they show the full level of focus and concentration and really respect the opposition and the challenge in front of them. They're capable against most teams that are out there. If we can find that, this team will have no problems, and I'm sure we can perform and make everyone happy. I think you've seen the reaction from our supporters. The support we had over in Braga was incredible, but you get that reaction because the fans can see from start to finish every single player sacrificed themselves for the team. Every single player was focused and went out with the mentality to follow a game plan, and they did it ever so well and have beat high-class opposition. So if we can do that consistently, results will follow, I'm sure.
After such a good week, and given what's happening in Tedesbury's, how vital is a strong performance and result tomorrow at Tynecastle?
Yeah, this is a very important game for us. It's a quarter-final with the opportunity to go to Hampden for the second time, the third time actually. So we know the importance of this game. We've still got a bit of preparation to do. I apologise for not doing this press conference a bit later on after the draw, because I'm sure you wanted some words on the draw, but the reason I'm here now is because we've still got preparations to do in terms of the training session, in terms of meetings inside this room to make sure that we're fully prepared for the challenge tomorrow. We need to move on from midweek as quick as we can and move on from this draw to make sure that we're fully focused on the job in hand, because this is the most important game of the season, the next one, which is tomorrow.
How much importance do you put on the Europa League, Stephen? How much importance do you put on it in comparison with domestic challenges?
I think they're all as important as each other. I think I've answered this question before. A lot of people ask me at the beginning of the season, what's the priority? But and I know when every game comes around for Rangers, whether it be in the League Cup, the League, FA Cup or Europe, these fans follow us everywhere, near and far, and I'm not in a position where you can pick and choose the importance of games. Every game is as important as each other. That's why you take each game at a time and focus on the next challenge.
Do you feel yourself being increasingly excited though as you go through the rounds of Europe?
Well, I think we've got every right to be excited that we're still involved in the draw. I think the players deserve a lot of credit for the job they've done from the first qualifying round to still be involved now and to come through the tests and the challenges that have faced us so far. We deserve to be excited. And we'll enjoy the draw if we don't miss it, and then we'll park it up until the next challenge comes around, because it won't help at all us going in thinking about the European competition in tomorrow, because as you know it'll be a completely different challenge.
Do you feel like your players are almost more suited to European games, where they've got that space and they're able to express themselves and counter?
No, I think my team are suited when they're really, really in the zone and focused on the next challenge. It doesn't matter whether it be in Europe or what game is in front of them. If they're right mentally and they're prepared for the challenge, I think we can compete and show what we're about against any level of opposition in any competition. If we eradicate mistakes by being focused, I think we'll be fine.
The last couple of times at Tynecastle, the team haven't been at the top level. Do you feel like the team sort of played into Hearts' style, or allowed them to fall into the trap of matching Hearts rather than playing their own game?
We always try and play our own game, but on the last couple of times we've been to Tynecastle, I agree with your question that we haven't been ourselves or close to our best. So the challenge tomorrow will be can the real Rangers stand up to the challenge, and can we go there and execute the game plan that we're going with, and not be drawn into someone else's style of play or fall into the fact that you're going to be in a hostile arena. We have to go there with our style in and out of possession, and if we do that to the best of our ability, I'm confident we'll get the results that we've had on a lot of occasions when we've been up here.
In saying that, the team still creating chances at Tynecastle even though they've not played well. How important is it that the team start taking these chances since the break of been dealt with wasting a few good ones?
Yeah, we have. But I think if you put that question to any manager in the game, I think he'll give you the same answer, that if you want to be successful as a team and you want to win big football matches, you need players within your team and in your squad that when them chances come around, they need to take them. Otherwise, you know, you'd end up going and getting results that don't suit you, draws or defeats, and that's not what you want. When you play at Rangers, you need your forward players to score goals and score them in volume to make sure that the season's a success.
Stephen, you talked about the real Rangers. You want to see the real Rangers tomorrow. Do you think you might see slightly different hearts though, as they're in a cup competition? They might not have the shackles off because they've been struggling in the league lately.
Yeah, but that's not my concern or interest. We will always expect the best opposition when we turn up at these places. So, do I think Hearts will take this competition very serious? Yes. Do I think they'll have confidence? Yes, because they've had 2 positive results against us, and you know, when the Old Firm come in to places like Tynecastle, it's a big opportunity for them. But my focus and my concern is always Rangers and what we're going to produce.
How are you injury-wise?
No issues from Braga, which is good. We've obviously got a bit of a mixed day in terms of recovery and getting some work done on the pitch prior to before we leave. So we've got another session before we go. So fingers crossed everyone comes through that. There's an outside chance Jermaine Defoe could make the squad. Typing that already. So that's positive news. Obviously, Canberra is not available through availability, which is a shame because I thought he was outstanding through the week. So yeah, no other injury problems to report.
Stephen, a big issue in the world just now is the coronavirus. It's starting to impact on sporting events as well. What are the club doing, or what are you doing to keep abreast of things in terms of what might happen both here and abroad?
Well, there's a meeting in place for this afternoon to discuss things around the coronavirus, but the club have prepared a strategy moving forward, and we'll do everything we can our end to obviously be careful from it.
Steve Bruce today said that he's banning shaking hands and when the team meet up in the training ground. Is that extreme for you, or is that something that you have to consider all options in?
Well, I think everyone will put their own strategy in place, I'm sure. People will have different views and different ways of going about it. So I will listen carefully to Rangers' strategy, and we'll go our way and do what we need to do. But I think everyone's obviously got to be very careful because it seems as if it's grown a lot.
Opportunity is this for Rangers to get into another semi-final and potentially to another final this season?
Big opportunity, yes. Especially when we know how we finished last half of the season, our cup, so it's big motivation for us to go through this to next round.
Is the confidence back now, do you feel, after what's happened in Europe?
Yes, of course, that we get that confidence and we show that we have still that spirit, you know, and that we are 100% focused and everyone doing what they need to do, that we are very, very good team. A little bit this half of the season, it sometimes a little bit disappeared, but as I said, we show that now in Braga against very good team that we can play very good football, and that we are still here, and we need to replay that tomorrow.
Rangers have just been drawn against Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League. What's your immediate thoughts on that?
Bayer Leverkusen? I don't know. We're gonna see. Still.
Good challenge, then? Will that be?
Yeah, of course. Good. Of course, that's a good challenge. It's good team. It's not coincidence that they are now where they are. So yeah, we're gonna. I will know much better about Bayer Leverkusen when we're gonna analyze them. You know.
How big a step up will this be in terms of the challenge, what we've faced in Europe so far this season?
As I said, I cannot talk too much now about Bayer Leverkusen because I didn't watch them. So we're gonna see later when we analyze them.
Excited?
Yeah, of course, very excited.
You've been linked again with a move to Roma. Is that something that you pay attention to? Is that
no. No. I don't know anything about that, and I don't know. I think I don't want to comment that even. I'm still in Rangers focused 100%. That's only what matters.
I'm sure you're doing something right if you're being linked with other clubs.
Probably yes.
Is it easy to avoid the speculation and the strategy?
Speculation are for portals, newspapers and things like that, not for me. For me, it's only Rangers now, and that's it.
How are you feeling after your injury?
Good. I cannot say, of course, I feel a little bit that I lost a few days of training, but fine, yes, everything is fine.
Could you feel it during the game on Wednesday? Or?
Maybe a little bit, but that's normal, nothing special, so everything is fine. The most important is that I'm now healthy.
The team have a very good record when yourself and James Tavernier are both in the team, but when one of these are missing, the results seem to drop off. How important do you think it is that you both stay fit for the team?
I didn't know for that, but number says. So probably, every player is very important. That's what I think. And I think that some games this half of the season we didn't play good because one of the reasons is probably because, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 games we have been all together. Always someone, because of red cards or whatever injuries, are not here. So, yeah, I think that everyone in a squad is very important to be healthy and to play.
Well, thanks for that, Terry. Be back with us, gentlemen.
I'm indeed.
Certainly am.
Yeah, obviously, a wee bit about the tie, but the big story, I suppose, about selection tomorrow will be potentially seeing Jermaine Defoe back. Maximum for me on the bench. I don't know if he's going to be match fit, so I don't even know if you get near the squad personally, but we'll see.
Can I make a comment before we... Oh, sorry, Jimmy, I didn't mean to...
No, you go, pal.
I was just going to say, I'm very disappointed because I thought I heard this earlier, but this confirmed it. One of the reporters said to Borna Barisic, "You've been drawn against Leverkusen." And I thought, what is the matter with these people? The guy's sitting at a press conference and they're telling him who he's playing next. You're not getting a chance to go and listen to the draw or nothing, I think they're shockers, these people. Sorry, that's only me grating, by the way. It's only me grating.
The press conference was a good few hours after the drawbridge.
I don't know. I don't think they knew who it was. I didn't want to.
I think you're reading too much into it, mate.
No, isn't that what the manager said to them? I'm sorry, I had to have the press conference so early. I know you wanted to ask it, maybe want to ask us some questions. And in other words, I don't want to talk about it. And then he goes and says it. The guy goes and says it. I don't understand half the shit that goes on with these people. I really don't. Sorry, I'm moaning about. Sorry.
Right, we're going to bar you for listening to the press conferences. What do you think, JFK?
Aye. I heard different, but I don't know.
What did you hear, Jimmy? Tell me what you heard, pal.
I never really heard anything. I was listening. I watched it today.
Yeah, but
there was a big time difference. The gaffer said he apologised
because it was so late.
So early. No, it was so early. The press conference was early, and that he's going to have to leave now and go and do. There's more training to do that afternoon. That's what I picked up. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm getting too old and I can't make a comment. That's exactly what I heard.
Are you resigning because you're too old now?
No, I'm saying
you can't just because you're old.
No, I'm trying to say to you, that's what I heard, and that was my interpretation. The manager apologised to him profusely and said that he was sorry about it being so early.
The press conference was before the draw, but
which is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it was during the draw. That guy's probably had his phone on and found out the draw and said he's been drawn against Leverkusen. And he asked him a comment on it. He says, "I'm not going to comment on that." That's what I heard anyway. Please tell me I'm right. Go and tell me.
You might be right at that, but I don't see it as a cause for concern or anything.
I'm not too keen on the press, so forgive me. It's my bias and bitterness coming through.
I've over some of the press, Bridge, and I've even had them try to do a job on me, but I think sometimes you just have to. You can get oversensitive, JFK.
Mm-hmm. You need a wee kip, and you have to.
What I'm trying to, I'll try and put it in better words. I don't think that the guy is sitting there, the shall we say, the press man, he knew what the draw was. The manager and Borna Barisic didn't. because the draw was taking
But
place.
what's the odds? Doesn't matter.
No, but he then announces to Borna
Well-
Barisic, you've been drawn against Leverkusen. You guys don't have a chance. And then ask some questions on it. That's what I'm meaning. I don't think that's right.
Well, he fobbed the question. Obviously, no matter to comment.
Of course.
Aye, but
I'm just moaning, Jimmy. I'm sorry, just moaning.
well, Mrs. Bridge, you'll need to take you in hand. Make sure you need to get that big slipper
Don't
out.
you dare say these things.
You'll need to get a big slipper out.
I think we're going to have to ban him this conference.
I know. Anyway, that's what I thought I heard. And I'm
You might
pretty
have
pleased.
the right, Bridge, but
You don't care. That's what it is. You don't
I
care.
don't care about
That's
that.
fair
There's
enough.
nothing in it.
That's good. I'm happy.
I get your point with the BBC and their stupid pictures outside the grass in Ibrox. Why would they do that? What does that achieve? I don't get it, but that's another story.
My
Yeah.
hatred for them.
Right,
My hatred
the
for them
big
comes
story,
in.
I suppose was the Jermaine Defoe coming back to fitness. So the Monday we might have 3 fit strikers. GFK.
Well, as long as the order's obviously, the number one striker's obviously Alfredo. And as long as the order after that becomes Canberra and Defoe. You know my feelings on Defoe. I know he's signed that for a season, but I'd have looked elsewhere. And I think we have found a reasonable replacement in Canberra. So for me, Defoe.
It looks that way. Did you see that
Aye.
coming, GFK?
No, because I mean, you and I had named various strikers for all the other places.
We never named him. Did we?
Never named him. We never even thought. I think Port Bear mentioned him in one night. He mentioned him, and I think everybody kind no poo-pooed it, but I think we all kind of brushed their tap at it now. But no way I would admit I never seen Canberra. But what I saw him so far, I think he's performed well. I know that the stats say different for Jermaine Defoe. I mean, age doesn't mean a lot of things, but I mean, we know that there's players can play into their 40s and still play well. But for me, I just think now he's at that age, he's injury prone. But for me, now he'd be the number 3 striker.
No, I don't. There'll be people with the same thoughts. Anyway, Bridge, if people want to join us, what's the number?
Number is 0141 356 1972.
Phone in, hang up immediately, and we'll phone you back. And you're welcome to join us here at rangersradio.online. Where else can they join us?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. Get Skype, get in, talk about the Rangers.
Here, get Skype. Skype's changed the world.
Yep.
Oh, there's Denver Bears
Oh,
coming
Denver
in. Wow.
coming in.
See that? Aye.
Can I just say a wee thing about the wee statement the Copenhagen manager made?
That was very nice. And on you go, JF.
Did you see, he said he'd like to thank Glasgow Rangers and Steven Gerrard for allowing him to use the facilities at Hummel Training Centre that allowed him to have injured players treated for the game last night against Glasgow Celtic. And he said, although he says it was a great result and maybe Rangers want to play, as he says, I think that game would be a bit harder than the game we got against Celtic.
Anyway, we've been joined by Denver Bear. Evening, Denver.
Evening, Denver.
Good afternoon, guys. How are we?
How you doing,
Fine,
Denver?
mate.
Doing all right. Just week. I'm back at work a week now, and disappointed I never got to shake the hand of the legend that's Bridge and others too when I was there. But I had a very nice small drink with JFK there. Thoroughly enjoyed his company along with Skipper and Fox and his brother and Butterbean as well. So it was a good wee trip. So.
Yeah, it was a privilege to meet you, Denver, and your big boys. A credit to you, mate, Samuel. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I really enjoyed your company, mate. And the weather wasn't great, but we were wet inside as
That's
well.
an understatement.
Aye, but we were wet. We got quite wet inside as well, Denver. So that made the pain
fine.
bearable.
That was all good.
What did Sam make of the Thursday night, Denver?
He loved it. It was that I went to where we were meeting earlier on GFK on the Sunday game, but I didn't see you. But he was desperate to get into sample the atmosphere. So we were in about half an hour before the kick-off. So he took it in, and he's still talking about it yet. But you know, even the Livingston game, you know, he's still talking about that yet. I mean, it wasn't the best game, but you know, just the very fact that was his first ever trip to Ibrox, you know, it's something special, you know. So great stuff. But it got me into a lot of trouble because I paid $320 for round trip flights to London, 120 quid for the tickets for the Arsenal game, and 60 quid for the London Eye. And he said, Dad, I don't want to go there. I want to see the Rangers. So,
well, it seems as if obviously his mother must be of good stock.
A wise young lad.
I'll tell you, his mother's not happy with his old man. I'll tell you, because after all that money I spent, I'll tell you.
Okay. So. JFK, get a Just Giving page set up for Denver. See what we can get.
Okay. Listen, Denver.
As I said to Jimmy when you were there, your money's no use for me. Your money's no use for me. We're good to go.
listen, Denver. I'm sorry I missed you, pal. I was walking out the door, saying cheerio to my wife when we heard the game was off on the Saturday, and it was put on the Sunday, and Sunday morning I couldn't move. I was knackered. I was not well on the Friday, but I was going to go on the Saturday for sure to go to the game and meet you and your boy. But I was knackered. I couldn't make it on the Sunday. But I made it. And I was up there on the Thursday, and I bumped into Skipper. Where we were looking for you, but we weren't sure if you were there or not.
Denver, don't you believe him? He was sitting on a Sunday watching all the cookery programmes.
Cookery programme? Oh, Denver. Don't listen to Atkin.
Bridge, you'll have something to make for me the next time I come out. You can make my dinner then. That's it. How's that?
Super.
It was a great trip, guys, and I thoroughly enjoyed meeting the guys I met, and just disappointed I didn't get to meet the rest of you, but you know, the next time I'll not be as long the next time when I'm coming out, you know. So it was good.
Yeah. But mate, it was great that when the Livingston game was cancelled, I mean, we couldn't see that coming. Floods, and then it was moved to the next day. We knew you had that trip. We were all feeling for you. And then we're 2-0 down. We're saying that Denver's a Jonah. Sooner he gets back the better. And then it turns round and we get 3 goals and we're saying, young Sam and Denver will be loving it.
Aye. You know, it keeps going on about. He's seen the Rangers 4 times and he's got 4 wins out of 4. So he's a lucky charm now, Ox. You know.
Bring him back every week, Denver. Bring him back every week.
I'll send him out soon. And then you can cook for him anyway, Bridge. So.
If he needs,
anyway, on you go, Ox. On you go.
Well, if he needs looked after, we'll send him to Rudy's house.
Rudy's the man. Rudy, big belly, well, man. That you know, fully belly. All right, guys, I need to go, and thanks for everything. Thanks for the tickets and all that, and all the best wishes. And keep up the great work on the show. I love it. Cheers,
Denver. Speak to you soon, bro.
Cheers, Denver.
All the best.
All the best, Denver. Cheers, pal.
All the best, guys. Bye.
We'll be joined by a caller. We've also been joined by Stardog, who will go to in a minute. We'll take the caller first. Evening, caller.
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
Marianne.
Marianne, how are we doing, Marianne? Your first time on?
Yes.
All right, the floor's all yours.
Right, I would like to ask a question. I don't know who it is that keeps saying about Ryan Kent. Sorry, it's not worth $7 million.
That'll be JFK, and he's sitting right next to me.
Yeah, that'll be him.
Right.
Hi, Marianne. How you doing?
I would like to ask him, what does he think he's worth now?
Still 3 or 4 million.
No, I don't think so.
Right, well, you tell me why you think he's worth more than that.
Because I think he's an absolutely fantastic player. And that's it.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, that's a good opinion you've got, but my opinion says he's worth between 2 and 4 million. And I still stand by that, Marianne. But you've got your opinion, sweetheart, and I've got mine, and that's good. That's what it's all about.
That's true.
Do you enjoy his performances, Marianne? Is one of your favourites, is he, in the team?
He is. I think he's a cracking player, and he's not. He is, aye.
And does he excite? Oh, Mary Ann's dropped to it. I suppose, look, he's no. There's been games he's no played well. That'd be fair to say that, Jimmy. Yeah.
Aye, you know, I mean, look, one swallow doesn't make a summer, mate. No,
Yeah.
I mean,
But he's had quite a few swallows all away from home, and
Aye, I understand that, you know, but look, maybe we've been spoiled, you know. I know the younger generation. I know, like, you all know my big boy Graham and that, and a lot of the younger generation out there, they're not seeing the success that we seen, you know. But like Bridgman, I mean, I lived through the bad 9 in a row and then the good 9 in a row, and some of the players that we've seen perform, these guys performed every week in, week out.
I think if you're being honest, mate, you're looking back through the old blue tinted, mate.
No, I suppose away at arm, but I mean, I think, I mean, if he's saying that he's 7 million is weighing heavy on his shoulders, I mean, 7 million.
I don't think he said that once, has he?
No, I never said he said it, you know, but I don't think it's just him. There's a lot of in the league games, the confidence doesn't seem to be there.
No, I would agree with you. It looks as if he'd lost his confidence. But
No, and
anyway, we'll be joined by Stardog, and then we'll go to Dave King's wine cellar. Evening, Stardog, Paul Mucker.
Evening, guys. How you doing?
All right, Stardog.
Hi, Stardog.
Right, Jimmy. Ridge. How you doing?
Problem last night, you missed the party, didn't you?
I was in the party.
Were you?
Aye, I was in the party, waiting patiently, and nobody brought me in.
Oh, sorry about that, son.
That's alright, pal. Don't worry about it. I enjoyed your chat anyway. I had a good laugh at Albay on that.
I had a paper hat and everything for you. What an able.
But see, just to touch on the Ryan Kent thing, I think he's been spoilt.
See, one of the finest players I ever seen at Ibrox was Brian Laudrup, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Brian Laudrup was fantastic for us. Arguably the best runner I've seen with a ball. Not the quickest. We've seen quicker players than Laudrup, but running with a ball, he was unbelievable. And he had a touch. Because he was so athletic and tall, he had a fantastic touch. See, the last season, he was at Ibrox. He never kicked a ball for us.
That was a big mistake, wasn't it?
You know, so you think me, Davy Cooper, one of the finest football players you've ever seen. There was people every week, some weeks screaming to get Cooper out the team, get him on the bench. You know, it's just...
I just go back to, mate, I mean, my uncle was born in 82, right? So when he was just getting older and getting into football, it was the start of the Soonest era, and then obviously the full 90s, right up to his teenage years, Rangers were winning everything. Even in the early 2000s, mate, we were doing well. And it annoys me because, see, every time Rangers even lose a goal, this guy's on the phone texting me straight away, they're no good and all that. And it's because he was brought up in that era and he knows nothing more than success and watching fantastic players.
See, if you dissect that era, mate, the low scope, we lost goals, we had bad results.
I know that, but see, the stats tell you different, don't they? The trophy cabinet tells you different, doesn't it?
The trophy cabinet tells you different, but we had bad results.
Yep. You know? So anyway, I just think, you know, every time... I'll let you go, mate, on to...
You stay there, because Dave King's wine cellars, mate, and I'm sure you'll want to get involved. How are we doing, Dave?
I'm good, fella. I'm good. I'm all good. I was just on the Ryan Kent chat as well. Do you know, a lot of people spoke about him, and I'm probably critical on him as well myself, but I think when I look at it, you know, we paid £7 million for a player. I think the goal against Old Firm and the goal that he scored the other night, you know, we brought him in for that, and we're very critical of him, as in, like, shying away from games, if you like, sort of small games, but I think to myself, I think Yanis Hadji's got a lot to play part to that, because that boy's probably came in, and he's came in on the quiet, or I say quiet, right, but he's came in with a big name. Do you know, Ryan Kent sitting in the background going, I'm the top lad at Ibrox, but then this boy's actually shone so much, do you know, and he's probably thinking to himself, I need to get back in amongst it again, and he's delivered. I'm not going to lie, you know, see if somebody said to me, you know, I'll pay £7 million, but you'll get you a goal that gets you through to the last 16, get you a goal that contributes towards an Old Firm win at Parkhead. You know, I take that every day. Every day, the guy's not playing as well as he should, which everybody agrees with, right? He's not playing as well as he could do, but he's still got the skill there that's there. It's available.
You can't deny he's got ability, mate.
Can't deny it, right? But see, prior to Hagi, right, he just shut down, completely shut down. And I think now that Hagi's on the team, he's thinking, who's this guy? Do you know, I'm the top dog, but Hagi's doing it naturally. He's not even trying. He's just talented.
The difference between Hagi and Kent is what Hagi does out of possession, mate.
Absolutely.
That's the big difference. Absolutely.
And do you know the big thing for me, and I think I said that a couple of weeks ago on the show, was, you know, it was the point with Tavernier, who was the captain of the team, right? And I think it was the boys' first game, and he was like, I'll take it. The first half of the game, he was quiet, right? He didn't do nothing, but see, the second half of the game, he was like, give me the ball, I'll take it, give me the ball, I'll do this and that, do you know? And that's the difference. The boys got the mentality of it, and I think Kent's probably taken note and said, I need to step up, I need to deliver. Do you know, it's not that I can hide behind X, Y, and Z. I need to actually do something here. Because regardless of money, etc., he is actually a talented player, do you know, and he is quick-ful and he's skillful, and he needs to do what he does. But it's competition, and it's good because in that dressing room, regardless, he's now not number one. Do you know, regardless of £7 million to be paid for, he's now not number one. Hagi's a lone player. We've not even touched them yet, but Kent's now got pressure on to deliver. Does that make sense?
I get where you're coming from. Well, I don't think JFK's ever said he's a bad player, but he's just saying that he wouldn't have paid that amount of cash for him.
I think Dave King's. I think you're making great points here, mate. You know, and you're right there as well, Oxshire. I've not said he's a bad player. I mean, I think I got off quite lightly with Mary Ann, and I was waiting for a right verbal.
You were beat there. You were beat.
I'm not. Well, you know, the old adage is don't argue with a woman because you know the woman's always going to win. That's the way.
She beat you. She beat you.
Of course, I've not got a problem with saying that, mate. But I've never said he's a bad player. You're right. You know, I just think that for the $7 million that were paid for him, I don't think he's performed the way that I was hoping he would. And yeah, he scored the big goals. You know, against the puddle drinkers and that, and obviously the goal against Braga and things like that. And I can understand that, but all I keep saying is Torre Andre Flo as well. You know, that was, I go back to that. Maybe I'm expecting too much for Ryan Kent. You know, maybe I'm wanting too much to happen with Rangers now because we're desperate for the 55. And if we're going to pay $7 million for him, I'm expecting him to perform better than he is. All players have off games, and the whole team's been off since the start of the season again, apart from the European games. So I'm hoping, as we did last week, when we beat Braga at Ibrox, we went to St Johnstone, and we know what happened there. Let's hope the guys don't repeat that tomorrow night, and we go in and we beat them, no problem, 2-3-0. Put a marker down and see if the puddle drinkers then maybe implode, which we all hope they do, and the 55 could be alive again. But
can I come in, Oxia?
Yeah, you come in and then Stardog on Kent, yeah?
I was just going to say, as far as I'm concerned, I think we Kent's proven to be an absolute cracking wee player. There was a month or so there, he was struggling, you could see he was struggling for his form. But I think the goals that he scored, particularly big ones against the mob across the city, and the other night there, fabulous goals, absolutely wonderful goals. And for me, being a very bitter Rangers fan, to me those goals are worth the $7 million any day of the week. I'm delighted the boy's there. I hope he continues with his form. And if we can keep him, keep him up on his form. There's other top teams will come in and knock on his door. That was a class goal that boy scored the other day. A class pass and a class goal. What a wonderful finish. Maybe he missed two cracking chances as well. But my goodness gracious, he's run something like 40 yards there, 45 yards to pick that ball up and beat the guy. That guy's an athlete too. Well, superb stuff for me.
We'll go to Stardog, then we'll go to a caller coming in. On you go, Stardog.
I think before we signed Ryan Kent and we spoke about bringing quality in last year, I think Ken, we all said in the panel, mate, it would be something that could bring just that extra wee bit more to the team, that crucial goal to win you a game or to get a draw, to step up in a big moment and show that a bit of class. And you know, as much as Ryan Kent misses chances and sometimes he doesn't perform, mate, what I will say is he's always there. He's consistent, mate. He never ever shies away, and he doesn't ever stop trying to beat players or take players on. He'll never stop shooting at the goal and things like that. And you know, that goal at Parkhead, not even this year, but last year as well, and then getting us into the last 16 in Europe, mate. You know, that's the small margins we were looking for, mate. And if that's going to cost us 7 million, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? So be it. I think as well, what the fella said about Hadji coming into the team and maybe taking a wee bit of his shine, because he's a totally different player. He's got a lot more vision in his passes than what Kent's got. You know, I think Rangers fans are starting to kind of sway towards Hadji a bit, mate. It kind of makes Kent look a bit more different in their eyes. But he's an ever consistent for his mate, and he never ever shies away, which I like. It shows great character in somebody to do that.
How many shows have we done, Bridgeman?
Not enough, mate. Not enough.
But missed the tune. How many shows have we done?
Hundreds.
We've missed the tune time. Get yourself a mute. We're going to have a tune.
My wife just complained because we were dancing.
What is that?
The boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We support the Glasgow Rangers, do not Ibrox is the place. And we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. It's true, the Magic Boys in Blue are the best team in the land. You've got to queue and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the Boys in Blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in Royal Blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. The story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox Trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plane. The Teddy Bears have got the Bears and we're on the march again. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball.
There we go. And I think Baloo's with us. Evening, Baloo.
Hi, Baloo.
How you doing,
Dave
boy?
King, how are you doing?
Dave King isn't here, it's just me.
Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
There you are, see?
I thought you were sharing a phone.
Live from South Africa, guys. I'm alright.
Love it, love it.
How are we doing, Baloo?
Oh, I'm sound, that's all good. Just enjoying the show again, lads, enjoying the show, just listening in, so I thought I'd give you a wee call.
Alright, is it cheaper on your phone than listening to the radio?
I don't think so, no. I think it's zero.
What's your thoughts after Wednesday night? What's your thoughts after Thursday night? What's your thoughts going towards Saturday night?
Well, Wednesday night was like kind of good, wasn't it? What a performance! Absolutely brilliant. I phoned last night, but I didn't get really much chance to talk. It was that busy, wasn't it? No, great performance. I wasn't a bad player in the part. And Wednesday night, I absolutely loved it. Last night, I couldn't stop laughing. I really didn't see that coming at all. Didn't expect it, but delighted it happened. And the morning night, well, see what they do. You know, it's a different game again. It's back to Scotland. It's back to the hammer throwers and the batterers all over the place and referees that don't protect us. But hopefully, I don't think it's about confidence. I kind of disagree with most of the guys that talk on here about the confidence thing and all that sort of stuff. I just think it's, at the moment, probably we need to pick up the pace a wee bit. I think playing it for the back, the way we play it for the back, we're far too slow. We give everybody too much time and all the rest of it. So we need to be a wee bit quicker getting the ball forward. And that's the way we're going to penetrate them. We've got the guys that can pass the ball, the guys that can link up and all the rest of it. You can see them doing it. And maybe I think that's where like people are unhappy with Kent because he costs a lot of money. But, you know, what can you do? The boys running into a brick wall every time, and we've got the area up there up the top. It's just absolutely crammed with people, and we're trying to walk it into the net. I mean, think of the amount of goals we've scored for the edge of the box, at least outside the box in the last few weeks. I think it was 3 or 4 for what do you call them, the Canadian at Arfield. And Hadji's been getting up to the edge of the box and that sort of stuff. So we need to start sort of, instead of trying to walk it through the defences, create wee spaces, wee pockets where people can actually get a pop at goal. Yeah, I think we'll do them. I think we'll do Hearts 3-1 tomorrow night.
All right, mate. I'm happy with that. Starter, can you come, mate?
Well, on last night, mate, I mean, wow. I couldn't stop. I thought that was Joe Aribo that scored the third goal, to be honest with you, mate. I had to replay it twice just to double check. I think they've been taking some hints off us.
That's a ridiculous thing to say, mate. But carry on.
How's that ridiculous?
It's probably disrespectful to Joe Aribo, if I'm honest with you, because his goal's well better. Let's be serious. Well,
it was well better. You can see the similarities, God's sake, man.
Aribo was almost by the halfway line. And then all the way through, that guy just scored it like that.
He only beat 3 players. Aribo beat 43 players.
Exactly.
Great similarities.
I'm better looking. Come on, let's be serious. Let's go for it.
I don't know. I'm not really looking at how good looking there, but I beat that one, mate. Aye, whatever. Jeez.
The floor's all yours.
On the morning night's game, mate, I just want consistency. I want to see us having a pace and a tempo in the game, and I want to see us winning our physical battles, mate. I said the other night, look, it's 11 square goals when you get there in the park, man. You've got to win your battles, mate, and that's what this is going to be. Gerrard mentioned it in the press conference as well. I think we all know Hearts are going to bring a totally different game plan to the floor, mate, the morning night. So we need to be prepared for that. It's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to be scrappy. But if we manage to take the lead in this, we need to hold on to it, mate. We can't be taking the lead in these games and letting it slip like that, because it's devastating when it happens like that. The last time we went there, mate, it was the exact same story. Struggled the first half, come out, got a lead, and then we just blew it, mate. I don't know what happened to the team. It's happened at Aberdeen, it happened at Kilmarnock. It kind of keep happening, mate. It happened at St Johnstone at the weekend there. We all know that. We've all went at it so many times, but look, it kind of keep happening, mate. I want to see consistency in the team now. If they can do it at the highest level of Europe, they can do it in the league, surely. Because it's these long balls, mate, straight down the middle. They're the ones that bother us.
Do you know what's really interesting, right? I watched that, or not watched, well, partially watched and also listened to a podcast with Barry Ferguson. And he talked about the times with Walter Smith, etc., John, in the era of that. And he said, Joe, the simplest right thing and the simplest thing, it's guaranteed simplest thing is, see if you work hard on your opponent, regardless of who it is, if it's Partick Thistle, if it's Cowden Beast, if it's Portal, you know, if you work harder than the individual you're playing against, you're going to win guaranteed. And that's what I think the difference is. You know, I think, see when we play against like foreign clubs or clubs of an elite aspect, we up our game naturally. See when you say, right, you've got Hamilton and Astroturf Park on a Saturday, the heads go down, and that's the difference. I don't think that's all to do with this. There's this big massive thing to do with an argument between the crowds or when it's Dubai and everything's an issue. I genuinely think it's how do you motivate people to get to where they are, And it's difficult to motivate somebody on a St Johnstone pitch or a Hamilton pitch versus, you're playing at Braga away, or you're playing wherever you need to be, or you're playing against Porto. It's the mentality of how do you win, how do you physically go out in every single game, regardless of who it is, 100%.
You'll never win the league.
Exactly. You've got somebody who is, I don't know, perfect this or whatever it may be, St Mirren, 100%, whatever your position is, that person you have to challenge 100% better. And I always genuinely see like a Borna Barrage to this world, right? Will actually 100% go for it and go at it. See, when you replace Bournemouth with Andy Hardy, I'm not disrespecting Andy Hardy in any way, shape or form, right? But naturally gifted, he won't beat them, but he will club them today. Do you know what I mean? But he won't get the crossballs out of the box. So that's the difference. I genuinely believe it's not about that we just down tools. It's about how do we, man for man, achieve more than 110% than what they try. And you all know, every single guy in this radio show tonight knows that every time you play the Rangers, you step up 157%, guaranteed, naturally, no word of fact. And then you have to look at our players and go, I'm a top talented player. How do I step up against the guy against Hamilton? I'm just going to go and play. And that's the difference, You need to go for it.
I'll go below. That was what was so annoying about last week. St Johnstone were dead in their feet. They were finished. We had them running, chasing shadows, and one kick up the park to clear the lines, and we gave a go of it. That was the annoying thing.
Of course that is, but that's maybe what the boy's saying. He's talking about concentration. He's talking about being on top of the guy that you're with, and that's what it was. It was kind of a kind of laziness. It was a kind of uncertainty. It was like, was it focus? I don't know. You shouldn't get beat at that sort of situation. You shouldn't be beating a 1-on-1 just at the edge of the penalty box. In actual fact, when you think back on that goal and the way it happened, I mean, I was screaming at him as a day at the television all the time when I'm watching the games. I was screaming at the television, bring him down. It was like a minute to go, or half a minute to go, or 2 minutes to go, whatever it was. I can't remember, but it wasn't that close to the end, but it was close enough. And I thought, well, if you can't catch him, if you can't tackle him, at least bring him down, give a penalty, or give a kick at the edge of the box. But it just doesn't seem to have doesn't have resonance there. They don't seem to think like that. They don't seem to, I mean, Goff and all that, well, see, this is what it happens, I'm the same age as Bridget and yourself and that sort of stuff, and I remember the horrible 9 in a row and the good 9 in a row and all the rest of it. And I just remember, our guys would have, they would have flattened people. Could you imagine Terry Hurlock letting somebody 22 yards out get a shot and goal? In the last few minutes of a game, it just wouldn't happen. They just bring them down. You just say, right, I'm going to take some damage for the.
That's the myth. It did happen, mate. Look at the results. It did happen. We did go to Perth in those games. We did go to Partick Thistle. We did go to.
I agree with you. You're dead right. And we did. And I was thinking the other night, listening to this, all the greeting and morning, and I was thinking, I remember sitting at Ibrox on a December night when it was bloody freezing. We're playing Motherwell, and there was like 30 seconds to go in the clock, and McCoy just hooked one early shooter up at the edge of the box and stuck it in the top of the net when he'd no right to do it. But that's how we win games. But people only see was it one of the boys just said a minute ago. He said it's the stats. Look at the history. Look at what we've done. But that's not how it was at the time. It was sitting there freezing cold, shite performance, and then bang, one goes in the net. In the last minute.
And you forget about that. You forget about it because you've won the game, aye.
And I've been to a load of games like that. A load of them.
I think we all have. But JFK, I mean, I don't know. The Stardug's point there about we've been in front. Aberdeen, where we played really well up until we lost the goal. Really well, arguably the best 40 minutes of the season.
Yeah.
And then Hearts, we were in control of the game. They weren't doing nothing. We lost a goal for nothing. Kilmarnock, pretty similar. St Johnstone, we gave them a gift, and then we let's be honest about it. The first 25 minutes, half an hour of the second half, we were okay. We were pretty good.
Aye, but I mean, is it a confidence thing for whatever reason? I mean, look at this before the new year, before Christmas and that, but we were playing really, really well. Mm-hmm. Playing some fantastic football. I mean, I'm the same. I mean, when I used to go to, way back when the All League Cup sections and that, when there was 10,000 at Ibrox, things like that, that's when times were bad. times aren't bad they know. I mean, but some of the football we played in between the European games has been first half good, second half rubbish, and then first half rubbish, second half good. And no, but the European games we seem to be performing above our level. A lot of people say, well, I disagree with it. I think Stevie G's found that level that we can play at, and his European tactics are good. But we need to keep that going. I mean, I'm 62. I mean, I remember the bad days and I remember the good days, and I'm maybe expecting a lot. I mean, £7 million isn't a lot of money for a player like Ryan Kent, you know. By the day's standards, and that with the kind of silly money that's been paid in England. But I'm looking for the team that I support to perform better on a weekly basis. And okay, there's dips and that can happen, but there's too many dips. I mean, to drop 10 points out of 24 since the start of January is unacceptable for me. And let's hope the season ends in a high. And the Scottish Cup looks like the one that we're more likely to win, unless we can do well, which I think we will.
You know, it was even more baffling, Jimmy. The fact that, remember a couple of weeks ago on here, you're talking about dipping in form and things like that, but it was the fact that it was like 6 or 7 of our first team players that had all taken that huge dip in form, and you could see it. And I don't know what happened to them, mate, but I would like to see them getting back.
I would say at the St Johnstone game and the Hearts game, I would say there was probably 8 or 9 players were out of form there.
Aye.
So I don't
just
think 3 or 4.
I think it's a concentration thing, mate, because I mean we're getting the lead in these games, and then again at St Johnstone we go a goal behind. Gerrard makes the substitutions at half time. We get our goal straight away, and then we get another goal. We're sitting there, we're cushy. All we need to do is hold on to it, and it was just a total lack of concentration and focus, mate. And I think that's what it is. I think it's a concentration.
I mean, a lot of people will not agree with what I'm going to just say now, right? Because it's unfortunate for me, I think, that Camberry's cup tied tomorrow, because I wouldn't have let Alfredo anywhere near it. But unfortunately, through default, he's going to play tomorrow. But for me, if Camberry was eligible, I wouldn't have let Alfredo anywhere near it. I'd have had him sitting on the pine, and that'd have been it for me. I'm getting a bit fed up with what's happening with Alfredo again. He's costing us far too many game time. And for me, it's not on. But you probably make my words about it for a hat trick.
Big man, 75% on a Twitter poll supports what you say. They want the difference. They want the difference in terms of the player that's there. Because Camberry's attitude since he came on is great, right? But natural ability, natural ability, Alfredo Morelos is number 1. Guaranteed, right? Number 1, he is solid, he's good. I don't think it's anything to do with player, manager, or anything. I think it's personal circumstances out with that's causing it. Absolutely. But the boy's a natural goal scorer, so you always have that. You know, look at his stats guaranteed prior to. Why wouldn't you? If you're a manager, why wouldn't you? Now, Camberry is on form. If he wasn't cup tied, you would have it, right? But the boy is on form, literally. But guaranteed what's been happening in the last couple of months is different, isn't it? Really?
Of course, aye. Of course.
Going to cut across these. We've been judged by George Logan, and then we're going to get a quick call for Bazza for Orange County. He just want to make sure me and you got our speedos ready for that trip, Bridge, man.
Harry Forrester fan.
How we doing, George?
Good, boys. How you all doing this fine evening? How you all doing tonight?
Always good to hear you. I like your wee messages you've been sending me. Oh dear. How some people live their life,
Aye, that's it, Ox, that's it. But I can't you've moved on a wee bit, Ox, but I just want to, I mean, absolutely proud for us to go down 2-0 the first half, 2 weeks, last Wednesday, last Thursday, sorry, and for us to score the next 4 goals against a top team. Let's not kid each other on there.
What price? I know you're not a gambler.
I couldn't actually put a price on that, if I'm perfectly honest, because like I said last week, if we had come out of that game and lost 2-0, it could be expected the way we're playing and things like that. But for us to come out and win 4-2 in the tie, it's expected as well. So it's a big, massive draw for us today, getting a team for Germany that you didn't get. Me personally, I don't think you get such a thing as a bad team for Germany. They'll be well organised, they'll be big, they'll be strong. It's an absolute fantastic draw for us. So proud of every one of the players. people are right, Ken. We're not performing at a top level where we maybe should be. We're dropping daft points and things like that. But everything aside, that result the other night there, and for us to get back into where we should be in the last 16 of the European Cup Walks is absolutely fantastic. And well done to every one of the players and who was out there, because it was absolutely fantastic. I honestly believe we can actually do it in the next round as well, Ox. I think I heard you saying it's 45, 55. You're probably right there, Ox. But I wouldn't cancel us out against absolutely anybody in the Ox. That's the way I see it.
Bazza's in for Orange County. How are we doing, Bazza?
I know, bad boys. How's yourselves?
Hey, Baz.
Magic to hear you, Bazza. Magic to hear you.
Everybody's a lot better than they were prior to Wednesday night, Bazza.
Aye, that's for sure. Yeah, just I've been listening to the show the past couple of daytimes to me and the Sun.
All right, rub it in
there, boys. So I've just been listening, and there was something that I wanted to say. So I thought, I'll leave it a couple of days and let the results settle in and everything. But one of the things that's concerning me a little bit, boys, is I'm a little bit concerned that since Dave King has told us he's stepping down and he's stepping back for proceedings at Ibrox, we've not heard nothing about who's coming in as a chairman. That's a wee bit concerning for me.
We've heard a wee snippet, mate. I don't know if you followed it. And it's only a rumour and pure speculation that an ex-manager could be coming in as chairman.
No, really?
A Mr. Graham Souness.
Yep.
No, I never heard that. No, I heard nothing about that at all.
See, you've missed a couple of shows then, Baz, and you've let yourself down.
No, busy. I need to keep working to keep the living going here, mate.
Don't worry, me and Bridge will see what your pool's like when we're out.
I'm just. Well, that's the thing about being there. As you can say about being out here, is I go to work with shorts and t-shirts, and my t-shirt was bogging, so I took it off. So I'm just wearing my NASA 2017 Govern Prody Boys t-shirt right now.
Okay. When that was a rumour, it was something that came for supporters evening, and it broke, I would say, about 2 weeks ago now. I'm sure when Dave King leaves that everything will be sorted, because he's put all the ducks in place every time he's done everything else. George Logan.
Well, that's one thing you can say is
when you go, George.
That's one thing you can say. We're actually getting our house in order now, Ox. We're challenging for things, but we need to start winning things now, Ox. That's what we need to do. And I think the way back at the start, when this board took over, I think what they said is they'll not leave and go away and give this club to anybody else until we know what's actually happening and the club's in safe hands. I think the club is in safe hands. They couldn't have budgeted for this run we've had in Europe this year. Ox. Steven Gerrard he's not the greatest manager in the world. Nobody's saying he's the greatest manager in the world. He's still learning, but he's bringing good funds into the club and he's building a good wee team. So we've got a good team, a good board, and if we can get that chairman in that you're talking about, I don't think it'll be a bad chairman comes in. If somebody like that comes in, I think that'd be another big boost for the club, Ox. I really do.
Bazza, before you go, mate, anything else?
Well, just obviously on the strips as well. The what's going to be happening with the strips next year. That's also a wee bit concerning. I'm hearing people saying
within the next 10 days, mate. I think you might hear something, mate.
Really? Okay. Well, that's right. Good to hear, boys. It's good to hear. No, I appreciate the feedback, please. Obviously, as you say, I must have missed a show or two. But
it wasn't a major event, mate. It was just a rumour that came to a supporters club event, yeah?
Right, okay.
All right. You could easily have missed it with dancing to one of the tunes.
Well, it's good listening to you boys. I appreciate everything you do, and as I say, keep it going for the Rangers, and let's hopefully we can keep this run in Europe going.
Go on yourself, Bazza. Go on yourself.
Bazza, we'll speak to you soon, mate. All right.
Thanks, Bazza. All right, cheers, boys. Take care.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bye.
Orange County.
Fantastic name, isn't it? Fantastic name, that.
That would do you, JFK, wouldn't it? Orange County.
Oh, I'd love that address.
Peterson Park, Orange County.
Peterson Park. Jimmy the Skull, Peterson Park, Orange County.
So can I be a bad guy and let's take it back to strips, guys? Is there any confirmation on strips in terms of logic moving forward?
Are you winding me up?
Mm-hmm.
What did I just say?
Heard that, but I want factual information. So can we go for factual? Have we got it? No, is it just
we've not got any
speculation?
facts to give you just now.
Ah,
Quite a lot of
come on.
speculation.
Yeah, speculation.
10 days. 10 days.
10 days or NDA, non-disclosures agreement. Is that what we're asking for here?
10
Who's
days.
non-disclosed? You're at it. Come on.
10 days.
Somebody knows.
Oh, I know loads, mate. I don't tell you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm asking for.
I'm great at keeping secrets, isn't I, JFK?
I'm saying nothing.
Anyway,
Right.
we'll be joined by Allbear, I think, Space. Evening, Allbear.
Evening, chaps. How you all doing?
Aye,
Hello,
how
Bert.
are you?
How was your matinee?
That was good, mate. I was just phoning in to tell Baz I go with the Lavy in shorts and t-shirt.
That was all right. That's all right now, but it wasn't so hot when you stayed a single end.
True enough, aye. True enough. I'll need to get some curtains up. I really will. By the way, that woman's looking at me.
Hey, you'll need to tell them what a single end is. The kids will not understand that.
Well, I'll check that out. Stardog, do you know what a single end is?
Sounds like something you're rolling the jail or something.
You've never lived your stay in a single end. My mum and dad brought up 4 wains in a single end.
Right. So who's saying?
You stay casual.
Hey.
Don't let them pull you down, mate. You just stay casual. Act casual. Ignore them.
It's not even a room, Stardog. Never mind a house, pal.
Right.
The bedroom wall was a curtain.
Aye.
Right, we've also been joined by Big Al. Evening, Big Al. Come off a mute, big man.
Hello, gentlemen. Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate.
Global ambassador. Here he comes.
How is everyone?
Aye, we're still sort of a wee bit high. What did you think of the draw, big man?
I think that's a fair result. I'd rather play. I don't know if you can say any teams are bad teams at this point in the tournament, but I'd rather play teams like that, teams that you know you've got a bit of nous about. So, Leverkusen, that's a fair draw. I don't think we should fear anything from them. I think they'll be looking at us quite warily. So, maybe your assessment, 50-45, 55-45, that's a fair assessment on it. I would like to think we'll show up well in that. I think we can show up well in it. That's a really good result.
Aye.
We beat them in 1945, so we beat them again. That's no bother.
Were you at the game?
What's that?
You and Bridgman were at the game, aye?
You're right.
All them was in at the start.
Right.
Did you get time off for the Western Front?
In fact, they actually made a TV series about the two. I think they called it Dad's Army.
Can I ask Bridgman something? Because something's been bugging me the past couple of days.
Go and then get it.
Was he still alive? That's the thing. Was he still alive during the war? Is that what it was? Is that the question?
No, it's a genuine question.
How was World War One?
No. I was talking about the Boer War. Is the Bridgman there? Is he after me?
He's here, mate. He's waiting for your question. He's checking all his notes.
Bridgman.
Go on, pal.
I just look. I've met you, right? And so I was thinking, and I've seen your physical stature. You're a big fella, but I wouldn't say you're the tallest of fellas. You're a handsome man, right? So
I'm on the wrong show. I'm on the wrong show.
I know it's coming. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to ask you is, how did you cope with the high balls when you were a player?
Same way as everybody else when we cope with it. Sometimes
Timing.
Exactly.
Timing, aye. Is that not what we were talking about the other night there. Aye. I was just curious. I just thought that's where you got your fetish for having a big 6'7" centre half next year. I thought you played all your career with one of the guys.
I'm watching my team, and I'm used to seeing big fellas playing at centre back for Rangers. Aye. But not just big fellas, but guys that can actually do the job and defend. So when the ball's coming down the park, it should be easy to defend, in my opinion. But what you're seeing now is you're seeing our players getting themselves caught up with the centre forward or the striker. And they're putting the old arms around the back of them and holding them in. And they can't get out of it because they're no big, strong centre halves. That's what I want.
Can I just follow that up with another quick question? So, how did you achieve that timing? Was that a natural ability, or was that something you worked on?
Absolutely.
Was that something you were coached?
No, it was natural to me, pal.
Okay.
Al, can I come back to you? We've been joined by Jim.
Aye, no worries. I just wanted to.
We've been joined by Jim Paisley. He's always in here. He'll have a good couple of good crackers up his sleeve for us. How we doing, Jim Bob?
Aye, brand new guys.
Everybody wants to know, how's Troy?
Troy, fantastic. No, never mind, Troy.
When are you getting them back again?
Well, you know something about, I was supposed to have them this week. They were all going to Tenerife, but it's to a back seat. They're not going to Tenerife because of that coronavirus. I don't blame them, actually. So he's not coming.
Oh, so we're not getting a Troy?
No, unfortunately. I'll send you a picture. How's that do you?
I'll do it.
Send it to JFK. He's the one for dogs.
JFK's got a lovely wee dog, isn't he?
Aye, wee blue. Correct, dog, mate. Loves me a bit, same as I love him. There you go.
Did they cuddle up in bed with you?
Yeah.
My sister's got a wee dog. Yeah, she bought a wee dog recently, a wee black, jet black, wee toy poodle. JFK. You want to see this thing? This is a correct wee dog.
The answer to your question, Al.
Scruffs?
Al, to answer your question, I go to bed with him every night. What's wrong with that?
I'm the same. No, that's what I'm going to say. I've got Big Blue here. He's on the bed and all.
Aye.
She comes in for her work. She needs to jump in the spare room.
Aye.
Blue's on the bed.
Right, Jim, what's on your mind, mate? Flair's all yours.
No, Ox, I'm trying today. I'm trying to get off this roller coaster. See, since I come back their holidays, I'm not okay. What has it been? Up and down, smile and laugh. Yeah.
Good point, Jim. Good point.
You're spot
on.
on.
It
is, mate. It is.
And where are you on the roller coaster? Are you right at the top?
Oh, you know something? Thursday morning I was running about the house singing and dancing right in my work.
I
get a couple of guys, the kind of boys that hang about with their hats out. I'm getting on to beggars and that. So, what the hell's wrong with me? I just remember the Rangers were through the next round of Europa League.
Brilliant.
Is that you give money to the beggars to pay their legal bills?
You know, and I said, then I walked in there, what's up with him? Look at him. Look at his face, what's up with him? He's smiling.
Well, you're
every time Rangers win, at least you get wallet.
I bet you want to hear something funny.
Right, go on then.
Oh, definitely for you, Jim.
See the Europa League games the previous week when we came from nowhere to win. Well, I caught the end of the Celtic game. I didn't. It was an early kick. I thought, I better tell you what's going on here. I saw the last 25 minutes of the Celtic game. Copenhagen were hammering them, right? So I didn't know what happened with it before the game. The previous 90 or 45 minutes. So I lumped toward Copenhagen.
To go through?
Just to win the game, I get the Celtic. So I've got 375 quid lying in my Sky bet, you know. So they're all coming in the next day, the Jungle Gyms, you know, all greeting and that. I said, if there's any consolation to you, I've won 375 quid last night. I see the fucking faces. Here. By the way, St John's are 8 to 1 on Sunday. They're lumped on that night, so.
Oh, jeez.
This is the best part of the show tonight. This is the best part.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep a powder rest after Cheltenham, so.
Right, Jim, you can't come on too often because when you come on, you kill me.
Really?
Hey, Jimmy, can I ask you a question, Jimmy?
Oh, you go, pal.
No, the other Jimmy.
No, you.
All right, I'm Jimmy. That's Jim.
No, Jim then. Jim, can I ask you a question, buddy?
Yes, absolutely.
Could you just send me your email address and I'll send you a begging letter for Rangers Radio funds?
Absolutely. You know my phone number. Hey, Brad, you know my phone number.
I'm only kidding.
GFK's got my addresses on his.
And his roller deck. He's got a roller deck, is it?
Good one, Jim. Good one, fun.
Is that with Price there on Thursday? Sunday, isn't it? St John's?
Aye, St John's 81. I've done a treble, Rangers Aberdeen. Yeah, I've done a treble locks. Rangers Aberdeen and St Johnstone.
Well, you never know, mate. You never know.
Aye.
You know. How do you think? I'm going to take this around the panel, and I'll start with you first, Jim, and then I'll go to Baloo. How are we lining up on Sunday? What's our team?
I would play the same team I played the other night.
Team. Fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. Baloo?
I'm the same. Obviously, we can't play Canberra, so I would put a wee man in.
Morelos in. Aye.
Definitely, aye.
I think that's the point Jim was making, aye. Dave King? Well, what's Dave?
I think he legged it, did he know?
Is everybody looking for his dog? Albert?
Aribo in for Hadji.
Aribo in for Hadji. I think that there's a lot of logic in that, mate. A lot of logic in that tight park.
Sorry, Big Ian, I'm still here. I'm the exact same. Same team.
Apart from Morelos in for Canberra, yeah?
Absolutely.
Aye, okay. Big Al?
Aye, same team. I mean, we can't do much else, can we? There's not got much options. Defoe is definitely available.
Well, they're sort of hinting at that, mate, but we'll see, yeah.
But you need to come back and get game time and all that. That's another thing. It'll take him about 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even 6 weeks to get back. So, the same team. We've got to go with our strongest team. Hopefully, they've got the mentality to see themselves through this.
George Logan?
I think Aribo's got to start as well in the team. I like what Albert's saying there, maybe for Hadji, and obviously the striker's got to change as well. But please, don't just make this one of these games where, and it's happened before, where Big Edmondson's had a good game and you bring him back out for no reason and bring Katic back in or something like that. I think the big boys deserve his place now. For me, Coulson isn't the greatest defender in the world, but I thought he done well the other night there, and I thought he done well last week as well. So if they can get a partnership going, I'd be quite happy with that. And I think Joe Aribo's done enough to get in the team as well.
Joe Aribo's been excellent. He's been actually my best player in this slump, I think. Stardog?
Scott Arfield out, Joe Aribo in for me, mate, and Morelos in. Other than that, keeping the same back four. Everything else is the same.
I like that idea. I like that idea. I'm just that sometimes the tight players, like guys like Hadji, there's no space for him, Stardog, you know?
Yeah, I still think he's just got that one pass on him though, mate, that can make something happen, Hadji, you know? That one striker. Aribo's got to come in, mate, and for me, I would drop Arfield.
What about that bit of skill when he skipped over the boy, when he passed it to Kent in the first half on Wednesday night? Did you enjoy that stuff?
Honestly, mate, see when he dinked it at him and then he controlled it before the ball even hit the ground.
Aye.
Amazing, mate. He's a special talent, and that's why he'd been my team. Just that one wee trickle, that one wee pass, it can make it all worth it, mate. So Arfield out Aribo in for me.
Do you think there's a shout there for Stewart then, Stardog? With that kind of sliding pass, a wee bit of trickery on the edge of the box, just to get us over the hill?
I think he's no went with Stewart yet, has he, mate? You know, I was vying for Stewart to get us there. The same as Oxford, you know, Oxford's been shouting it for a bit longer on myself, mate, and he's not done it yet, so I don't see that going to change, as much as I would like to see him get his chance, mate, because he's not done anything wrong for me.
Maybe him and Hadji would work well and might complement each other, the two of them sitting behind Morelos.
He's not going to drop Kent now, is he? I think we all just know what he's not going to do now, you know what I mean? He's never going to drop goals and he's not going to drop Kent.
But Kent's, but he's no assists. Is that right?
I know, Al, but it's just Gerrard. I think we know what he's just not going to do, innit? You know, whether we would like it or no, fact is, mate, he's just not going to drop Kent.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Bridgeman and then JFK.
I'll keep us close to the best team we've got, which is Wednesday night. I've nearly said Thursday night. The Wednesday night team, but I know there's a what do you call him? A swap over for Canberra and Morelos. And he's cup tied anyway. There's nothing wrong with Hadji, is there? He's no carrying injury. He's no cup tied then, is he? I'm saying I would keep as much as possible as close to that team that played there the other night. I thought they were brilliant against them. Brilliant. So that's what I'd like to do. I'm not too adventurous.
JFK.
Aribo for Hadji, and obviously Alfredo's on because Canberra's cup tied. I would, I think the same lines there. It's a bit of a tight park, so I'd like to see Joe Aribo in there. Give Hadji a wee rest, bring him on as a impact sub. Who we could bring on if anything happens to Alfredo? Would that be Greg Stewart? So I'd keep him on the bench. Certainly when he dropped Scott Arfield, I thought he had a good game of the night. As did they all, but I thought he had a great game as well. So,
Does everybody think it's a certainty that McGregor will play? You don't think Flodge will come in for the cup? No?
Maybe not.
Hope no.
We said this last round, we thought maybe he'd a change of keepers and he didn't, so I don't know if he'll do it this time either.
I agree. I don't think he will, mate, but I've just thrown it out there, yeah?
No, he's one of our strongest performers. There's no doubt with that. He knows what it's about. If we only had another few Alan McGregors on the team with that bit of heart and desire, we'd be doing all right.
Ojo for centre half.
There we go. It's that all about.
Does anybody have Glenn Kamara coming back in Oxchair?
Oh, that's a good. Well, I mean, first of all,
he's went kind of quiet, isn't
he? He got himself back on the bench, didn't he? He was on the bench on Wednesday night, am I right?
Yeah.
He was got himself back on the bench, so
keep him there.
Then that's where you've got to take your chance.
I would agree, mate.
Well, if you need to rest Davis, you need to give Davis some time, and Kamara's a kind of natural to sit in there, in my opinion.
Oh, I can't see him bringing Kamara. If he brings Kamara into that team tomorrow,
at half time,
and it goes pear-shaped. No, if it goes pear-shaped, you'll get slaughtered for that. After the last time we played out there, the game Kamara had the last game out there, you'll get absolutely slaughtered. So you better stay clear of that one.
Right. Well, I'm saying if you've got Kamara on the bench and Davis needs to come off, because people are saying Davis is looking a bit leggy. Personally speaking, I don't see a problem with him, but
see the grunt he even covered in Wednesday night. The grunt he covered. If you look, there's a real good bit in the highlights. The BT highlights that are kicking around on YouTube, we're defending edge of the box and Hadji and Jack are out, and you hear, and I've not heard that before. You hear Golson roaring at the two of them about the cover, and if you pick it up, it's interesting because you don't sometimes notice that, and if that is happening, that's maybe more Golson's game than we realise. You know,
is that nobody's really spoke about Golson? Is that he's got a get out of jail card because of his performance the other night there?
No, I think what he's done, mate. He was poor against St Johnstone, mate. Poor against St Johnstone. Was culpable against Kilmarnock as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't take that away. But he had a good game in Wednesday night.
Oh no! Look, I want him. I want him to succeed. I'm just, and I think that's the way he plays. It's just unfortunate we can't buy a £70 million central defender, a Virgil van Dijk who's 100% every game, consistent throughout the season. That's what we're going to get. That's the market we're in. I just hope it does do something from him, and I hope it's him and Big Edmundo.
Well, my point was,
I hope he never has another game like he did against St Johnstone. Anyway,
well, he was poor. But my point was, I'd never heard or noticed that side of his game before.
No, I've never heard him. I've never even actually heard him. I've never actually seen him shouting at him. I've heard McGregor shouting at him. But McGregor shouts at everybody right enough. McGregor shouts at the grass, you know what I mean? But I've never heard Goldson shouting at Emery.
I
hope he has found his voice, by the way. I hope he does start taking control of what he's supposed to be doing, what he done on Wednesday night, because that's what we're paying up today. So yeah, I'll hold reserve. If he plays the performances for now at the end of the season, I'll give him a reprieve. But one swallow doesn't make a summer, know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, mate. On you go, George.
I think I can speak for every single person on the panel right now. I'm not saying we're world beaters, and I've never for once think we're world beaters. We've got good players in the team, but we really need to kick on. I hope honestly and pray we can just kick on, and the boys actually realise we're better than what we're actually been performing. Because these games in Europe, this is not a fluke, Ox. They're coming up 1-1 against certain players, and they're playing them off the park. We're beating big teams and things like that. So realistically, let's get into this game in the Mora. Let's get the mindset out the window and start thinking we're better than we've actually been performing. And like you said there, big goals and these guys, let's take a bit of leadership and let's actually start winning some games, because we've not become a poor team overnight, Ox, and that result over the last 2 weeks has proved that to us. So we can really do it, and I think we can kick on for the season. I hope we can kick on for the season, Ox.
Stardog, can you come, mate? I see you sitting there patiently, tapping the desk.
100% back up what George has just said there. Look, we're not a bad team, mate. We don't have bad players. You know, I look at Connor Goldson, mate, and I've been on his case just as much as Albert has. If you look at our squad, mate, he's actually one of the senior members of the squad. You know what I mean? So I'd expect him to be shouting orders out in the park and organising people and things like that. That's what he's there today, mate. He's a centre back at the end of the day. He's got the fifth pitch in front of him. He sees what's happening. You know, I just expect us to go here, mate, and have a right good solid performance. I don't think we'll dominate. If we win by a couple of goals, mate, then that'll be absolutely fantastic. I just want us in the next round tomorrow, mate. It's important that we get a result on us. You know what I mean? It's just as good as 3 points, mate. It really is just as good as 3 points, because it's one step closer, mate, to a final. Do you know what I mean? And it's important for the club, mate. We've got to get silverware this year. And for me, this is probably our best bet, mate. I'm not saying we're out of the league, never by a long margin. I'll never give up on that, mate. But, you know, this is probably our best bet at getting silverware this year, mate. So we've really got to get a result in here. And do not, if we get the lead tomorrow, sober your acts up. Don't start getting complacent at the back. Get the game dealt with, and let's just get the victory, mate, and get into the next round. Don't give a lead up again, because I'm sick watching it.
Here.
I'm sure we'll discuss this. There's an article broke in the Telegraph that's saying that our away tie could be behind closed doors in Germany because of what's happening in the world at the moment. But it's a wee bit away, and I'm sure things will develop. Either get worse or better before then. There's a big story broke in the Telegraph tonight.
Can I ask you a question, Ox? Just before maybe you can take this to the rest of the guys. In the manager's presser, he keeps saying that the real Rangers. What's your definition of the real Rangers? Try to get some background.
The real Rangers for me is what we've seen this season was a team that played the 29th of December. The real Rangers was a team that went against Feyenoord and kept coming. The real Rangers was a team that performance for 60 minutes against Braga right through the next 130. No, the Rangers that turned up at St Johnstone last week and took 30 minutes to get going. And I think the management team's got to take some responsibility for that, Al.
He must be pulling his hair out. Like everyone else. Like, you know what I mean? I can be critical on it. It's because I just want to be successful. You know?
No. The real Rangers is no surrender. And that's the Rangers that we had for years. It's a no surrender. That's what we do. We go and we play and we fight to my last breath.
So that's what we're looking for big goals, and that's why we're saying big goals. So that's what I want Goldson to be doing. Screaming, shouting and fighting for everything.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening and we're over to Bridgeman.
Oh, what a night. Marvellous night again. Great discussions. Wonderful stuff. Can I just say on the last point there, well, the real Rangers is a team that's going to go out there and just fight every battle, win every battle, or try to. Don't sit back. Don't accept defeat at all. Get in there. Well, there's times you will get beat. There's times you'll lose your battle. But don't stop trying. Get in there and do the business. And you'll win a lot more than you lose. That's for sure. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, tomorrow Biggest game of the season by a long way now. Biggest game. So everybody, please keep it going for the Rangers. Get in there and do it. Come on, Rangers, do it.
Can I thank everybody that phoned up? Special thoughts for everybody here at Rangers Radio. Hey, Bournemouth Bear, keep your chin up, son. We're all thinking about you. I thank everybody that's joined us on the panel. If Jim's treble's up, we're meeting 7 o'clock Sunday night. Jim's taking us out for a drink. Speak to you all tomorrow. Pre-match show, 4:30. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Technical Terry.